The difference between Ethereum and Solana explained by a blockchain developer. When pretty much talking about crypto, Web3 and NFTs, there are two currencies that are always talked about and are in a close battle with each other regarding their pros and cons. And these two blockchains or cryptocurrencies are Solana and Ethereum. There are some major differences in these two blockchains, but also some parts where they come close to each other. Since it's pretty important to everyone to know the difference in these blockchains, whether you just want to invest into the cryptos, buy and trade NFTs that are built on these blockchains, or and especially if you want to launch your own NFT project on one of these blockchains. So we will map out the differences so that you get a clear overview and know what you're doing when you use one of these blockchains. Before we start, just make sure to leave a like and to subscribe, and now let's get right into this. Okay, so when we look at the blockchains, there is one major difference that is always talked about and that sticks out, and that is the transaction speed of the blockchains. The Solana blockchain is known for its fast transactions with about 70,000 transactions per second, which is extremely fast. Just to put it into comparison, Ethereum has a transaction time of 13 transactions per second. Now you might be thinking, why do we need these transactions? These transactions are basically when you buy stuff on this blockchain, and that can be anything from the crypto itself or, for instance, just NFTs. And now if you think about if 100 people buy something at the same time, this takes more than 1 minute to complete the transactions on Ethereum. And while that may not sound as much, if you compare it to Solana, these orders would be fulfilled in less than 1 second. So you can probably map out for yourself that this is one of the major flaws of Ethereum. Even the founders or the team behind Ethereum knows that this is a major disadvantage in comparison to other blockchains. Well, there are many different reasons for this transaction speed. The almost biggest reason for that is that Ethereum uses proof of work mechanism, which on one hand makes the blockchain difficult to attack or manipulate, but also on the other side has a big impact on the transaction speed, as I said earlier. This flaw in the blockchain is something that is definitely relevant, and that's why the Ethereum team even are coming out with Ethereum 2 not very long from now. Ethereum 2.0 is going to improve the transaction speed tremendously and will, according to reports, be able to perform 100,000 transactions per second. They are going to do this by basing it on the proof of stake model, and proof of stake is just really faster because there are no miners that are competing with each other to solve cryptographic codes. Proof of stake implements randomly chosen validators to make sure these transactions are reliable. But since ETH2 is not out yet, until there Solana for sure has a big advantage over ETH in terms of speed. Another big advantage that Solana has that in some part also goes in hand with the transaction speed is the gas fees. Gas fees are just basically something you have to pay in order to validate these transactions you make. In the world of NFTs, these transactions appear in form of minting, selling and buying NFTs. So there are really a lot of transactions with a lot of gas fees involved. Currently, Ethereum gas fees range from around $100 to $200 transaction, depending on how many transactions there currently are waiting for being validated. That means that the Ethereum gas fees depend really much on what clock it is, so it's often easier to buy things early in the morning because it won't be as expensive. On Solana, however, the gas fees is only a fraction of a penny per transaction, and this stays the same, so it's not dependent on any daytime. This not only makes it more attractive to users of the blockchain that, for example, want to mint and purchase NFTs, but it also makes the Solana blockchain more attractive for things such as crypto games, where there are maybe a high number of different transactions that have to be validated fast and wouldn't be working on Ethereum. So Solana is both faster and cheaper than Ethereum. Now you might be thinking, why would anyone actually choose to use Ethereum and build their project on Ethereum? The main benefit of Ethereum lies in the decentralization and security of the blockchain. ETH is the second most decentralized blockchain, which is really important since there is no single central authority controlling it, and as I said earlier, this proof of work makes it harder to attack the blockchain. In comparison, Solana has struggled with the security part in the past again and again. The blockchain has been successfully attacked over and over again, resulting in the blockchain being even down for hours and sometimes days. And this has never happened on the Ethereum blockchain. Another important factor when it comes to investing in one of these cryptocurrencies or building a project on the blockchain is the popularity factor. Here, this is a clear advantage for Ethereum since it has been around for longer, and even though Solana has gained in popularity, ETH is still way more popular. This for one also has something to do with that people already have an ETH wallet or maybe not a Solana wallet yet. So now what is the best blockchain? Now, as I mapped out the differences, this is a really hard decision. And this decision is a decision you have to take for yourself and really much depends on what you're trying to do and what your outlooks are for these blockchains. I hope that this video helps you with this decision taking process. So if you like this video, make sure to leave a like and to subscribe. And if you have any questions, make sure to drop a comment down below. Other people might know the answer to the question, or we will answer. So stay updated. And with that said, peace out.